on R12 or R13?
Release 12. We have a 13 also, but there is no difference between 12 and 13. The instance is also available, but there are some kind of issues in that environment. That is the reason we are running this training on release 12 only.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to, you can attend the 12 classes on the 12. If you need release 13 instance, we can provide. You can practice, but in the few concepts, you cannot proceed. When you do the setups, when you are working on the process, you will get stuck. So instead of bringing that experience into sessions, we are running the classes on release 12. No difference, okay, between 12 and 13 respective to finance.
Okay, this is Sudarshan. Are you Sudarshan, right?
Myself, Laxman.
Sorry, Laxman. This is Ranjan.
Yeah,
I'm
Ranjan.
at Oracle SAP technical guy, not in the financial background.
Okay.
How helpful if I complete these fusion classes that to be in finance side?
Okay.
Because I'm an SCM background guy.
Okay. SCM technical or functional?
Technical.
Technical. So if you have some technical background, we don't recommend to go with these classes. So these classes we just designed for the guys who have some functional experience or knowledge. If you have EBS finance functional, easily you can understand these classes. Otherwise, still, if you have a plan of learning this better, what you can do is you can go through EBS functional. I think that would be the right way of learning this Fusion Financials after EBS functional. You know, most of the companies are also looking for the people who are expertised on EBS finance as well as Fusion Financials. If you are learning just for your cloud financials after having good experience, okay. So when
Okay.
you do the project and when you interact with the people as a consultants whom you'll be meeting in our company, there will be huge difference which will be identifying, okay, the knowledge levels.
Okay. You mean to say that first I have to attend the EVS functional,
Correct.
then go for the fusion one.
Correct.
So I heard the fusion SCM also there in the market, right?
Yes. Fusion SCM we have, Fusion procurement we have, PM, PPM. Even Fusion SCM is doing good. Cloud.
Fusion okay. But I've never seen any in the paper or something like that in some SCM fusion requirement. But 199% I've seen the Oracle Fusion financial sites only.
See you. See, if you say like you didn't come across, but I'm not sure what are the reasons. The reality, many clients are using SCM along with the finance,
Okay.
and you may see very few clients who are using cloud procurement. The number can be very less compared to SCM. The SCM, HCM, finance, these three areas are really doing good from the cloud, Fusion Cloud.
Hey Lakshman, this is Prakash.
Yeah, Prakash.
The follow-up question as such, so you're recommending the other person to get into EBS
Yes.
to get the knack of functional expertise, or
Functional
so
expertise.
if that,
Yes.
okay, so if that is true, so this session so that you're gonna start, you have a presumption that people will have the EBS financials background or experience so that they can catch it
Very.
easily, or
That's true. Exactly. That is the point I'm trying to say. See here, if the guy is already expertised on EBS, or at least if they have some knowledge of EBS financials, so understanding these classes and it will become pretty easy. See what Oracle it is, whatever we have in EBS, same they've just uh, taken into Fusion Cloud Financials as a part of
right.
Cloud Financials. Just they did very just I don't say major changes, very minor changes, and they added some new functionalities also, new features. So that's how you can see EBS financial product in the Fusion applications.
Right. So, like you may be covering in your course curriculum anyway, but how deep you will get into the financials? You'll get into intercompany, JIS, global accounting hub, those kind of things, or
I'll take you through the course curriculum so that it would be more detail. And course curriculum, if you have any questions, when we go through that course content at the time, we can discuss.
thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Laxman and everyone. Good morning. This is Devi on this side.
Yeah, David, please.
Yeah, as you were telling that this will be on release 12.
Yep.
Yeah. So as the previous person, I think Ranjan, who was talking and informing that if we do not have specific EBIS related what do you say, skills, then this one will not be helpful?
I don't say exactly 100%. The point is very simple. Directly, if you are attending these classes, let's take example, your background is EBS technical background. If you are attending these classes, you can understand what will be discussing and what will be doing, you can understand, but may not be more detail level. So when we talk about what is the Fusion application, so what is a cloud, how it is different from EBS, this all you can understand. We'll start with the project creation, we'll start doing the setups. Okay, you can understand. But once we get into the core modules, payables and receivables, the functionalities and all, we are not going to discuss like very beginner classes. We'll be just working on the process configuration, how the transaction process works, how the transaction flows within the application or across the application. We are not going to discuss supplier means so and so, customer means so and so, okay, bank account means so and so, right? These terms may be new for few guys, even they have very good experience in ERP technical side and other technologies, right? For those guys, okay, there will be a little bit gap compared to the guys who has a functional experience or knowledge on EBS financials. Okay.
Lakshman, this is Ravi here. So just want to clarify one. So this is confined only to the functional people. That's what I feel like, because I'm a technical guy with 18 years of experience in Oracle applications. Yes. It seems like the way you're talking right now, yes, though I'm having technical background with 30% of functional, still this class is confined only to the functional people. Correct. Who have been doing the functional projects only.
Correct, exactly. You can do it and you can understand, but still there will be some gap. I want to just make it very clear. We don't want to say like, okay, even technical people also can proceed, they can understand, they can learn and all. So definitely there will be gap. Really, if you want to get into this functional side by learning this Fusion financials, the best thing what you can do is you may just go through those EBS financials, which may not take much time. So you can finish it up, and once you're done with that, if you start with the Fusion financial, that will become just cakewalk for you. Easily you can go through and you can understand when you are going through the Fusion financial. The 90% you can see, okay, this is which I have seen in the EBS financial, the same we have here, but the naming convention and the way, the navigation and the options, the placements and all, those you might be finding a little bit new. Apart from that, you can see some features, how we do in EBS, how we do in the Fusion, the configuration, and slightly different. That's all.
Great, Laxman. What about the accounting portion?
Accounting portion with respect to finance, it remains same, but in case of a CM, so they change the game, how the accounting happens, how the configuration need to be done, that they change the accounting, how it happens in EBS with respect to finance, the same logic we have in Fusion application.
Okay, I'm not talking about that. Will you be able to get us through the real accounting, how it is happening as we go through?
Yeah, we'll go through, like, see all these finance modules what we have. I'll take you through all the modules, and I very clearly I mentioned the course curriculum also. you may go through it once, but anyway, in today's session, I'll take you through that.
No, not like that. I just wanted to get an update, like how the accounting entries are taken care of. Will you be just making us go through that also?
See, as a part,
That would be a bonus for us.
I got it. As a part of configuration, will be providing the accounts, and when you perform the transaction, system will derive and it will generate accounting. That we know. So from where we can see what system will generate based on the transaction, we can see that in the sessions.
And how the debits and credits are getting updated.
Yeah, the same you can see in that. Because see, when you talk about accounting, it's not like some manual accounting. It's everything is they automated, they programmed, right? So just when
I do understand that. No, I'm not talking about if you talk about the transferring to you're getting a trial balance, suppose, let us assume, because I know that bits and piece of that. But how in the trial balance the accounts are getting updated? From where they are coming, and why it is a debit and why it is not a credit, like that. If you can tell us, that would be really helpful, in my opinion.
Those in these classes, most of the people they don't require, because that's what I mentioned. These classes, most of the people who has experience and knowledge, they'll be attending. So for them, those would be very, very basic. So those accounting basics and all we are not going to cover. It's all about how that product can be configured, can be used, and each and everything will compare with EBS financials, and we will be running the classes. So step up accounting, how it will generate accounting, from where you can see that will be covering. That is for sure we'll be covering. Okay.
Yeah, hi Laxman, Swati. My voice is audible?
Yes, audible, please.
Yeah, I just want to ask you one question, that I am a person with financial experience, but I don't have my graduation in finance, or you can say in commerce. So this course will suffice my need as well or not?
See, frankly speaking, even this is a finance course, 50% technical background people are doing, and
okay,
they can understand, and they are working in the industry.
The point, I understand your point. The thing is, I know what are tits and bits for credit and debit entries and everything I know. But the point that across is that when I put the Oracle Fusion training in my curriculum, will that add crux to my resume or just be an mentioning thing in my resume? Because the thing is, I have done my graduation in arts stream.
Okay. Fine.
So my question is this.
I got your point. So you mentioned one point, you are working on finance, right?
Okay.
So when you say you are working on finance, already you got some experience on that. So that
I have 9 years experience.
Yes, that will help you a lot when you start working on this financial application. Compared to that experience, your understanding about the application would be very easy. Okay. Here everything is simplified in the system process, and everything is automated. So that is the reason the people who doesn't have any accounting background also, they can understand and they can work on this financial application.
No, I totally understand your point. One more thing I want to ask, that if I wish joining any of the organization where I mentioned my resume and I'll mention that I've completed the Oracle Fusion training with financials as the curriculum. So I just need to know that whether my qualification in art stream, will that be a constraint or will they won't count it? I just want to ask you.
See, the point,
if you have any
here in your case, it will be definitely added advantage. The reason already you have a experience on accounting side. So if you add skill to your profile, definitely they'll take it will be like very, very positive sign only, no doubt. Without accounting experience, arts, and if you are starting as a fresher, if you are learning as a first time, and in that case, it may not help you much. Since you have accounting experience, and if you add this ERP, learning the Fusion financial skill into your profile, you can sell.
Okay.
But Lakshman, adding to her conversation here, if he or she doesn't have any background of ERP financials, right? Is it
Right.
really like this cloud financials is going to help them? Because the fundamental things should be there in EBS. They have to come from the EBS background. They have to understand the setups and everything.
One point here, irrespective of education qualification, I just mentioned that, okay, the EBS finance experience or knowledge is required.
True.
Yeah. The same.
Without
Knowledge
EBS
I have.
knowledge,
EBS I know. Hi Ravi, I know EBS. I have details about the EBS. I've completed the Oracle training as well, Oracle apps as well.
Okay.
yeah, I understand, Swati. Okay, maybe we can talk offline or something later. I don't want to,
Yeah, sure. Sure.
So, any questions from others?
Can you hear me?
As Swati and others were telling Lakshman, this is DV on this side. As Swati and others were telling, though we are not from the commerce or we are not done our CA or ICWA.
One point here. So, no, they are not telling that. Just the discussion is irrespective of education qualification. If you have some sort of knowledge or experience on EBS finance, that will help you to learn this course. That is a point which we just discussed. Same Ravi was talking and we are discussing about.
Okay. No problem.
Irrespective of education qualification. That's what we are discussing. That's it. Yeah. Fine.
Yeah, actually, what if we don't have experience or knowledge on EBS?
Better you may just plan to start with the EBS. Then this job will become very easy for you to learn and to get job on this cloud financials.
We have to understand or learn EBS too.
Yes.
Just in short, this cloud financials is just a superset of EBS financials, EBS platform. So if anyone wants to learn cloud-based, they should have EBS background. That is my understanding of my experience. So
that's true.
Okay, so we are starting. Joining this class. So is it beneficial or first we have to do the EBS and then we have to?
Yeah, that's what. If you can start with EBS, then that you can understand from the basics. Then after that, if you do this course, you can get job easily. Frankly speaking, by doing this, if you are a fresher, the first time if you are going to learn this financial, it could be EBS or cloud. If you do the course on EBS, you can get a job. And if you want to upgrade the skill, you may choose this cloud financials. Okay. So that's how you can plan. So by understanding this class, you can by attending these classes, you can understand what we are going to discuss, how things will work. But when we compare with a guy who has some experience or knowledge on EBS as well as cloud, there will be difference in terms of understanding and the knowledge point of view. Okay.
One last question from my side, Lakshman. Since this is getting recorded, do you send this attachment after it is completed?
Yes. Every session we record and we'll be sharing with the participants.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks. So any other questions?
Lakshman, Raghu here.
Yeah.
Do you have any plan to start the release 13 in nearby?
See, that's what we can start with the release 13 also for our current batch itself. Okay. Only the point is we earlier we tried with 2 instances, we got some issues. But if you guys are interested to go with the release 13, we can start. If any issues, we can switch back to release 12. Based on your interest, we can proceed. We'll go with the release 13. Okay, we'll go with 13. No issues. But no difference.
One more thing.
By going through that release 13, we'll have some issues. Other than that, there is no advantage.
Yeah. Of course, but that is the latest one. So
yes, I'll be running the classes in release 12. If you want, If you want to
Yeah.
practice on release 13, I'll give you the instance access. You can practice. If you have some confusion or any doubts, I'll be available to help you on that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, we can do in that way. Fine. Any other questions, please?
How many classes we have conducted?
Laxman,
Yeah.
Laxman, if you are giving navigating everything in release 12, if you are getting access to release 13, it might be different.
No.
Navigation. So are we going to get both access?
Yeah, if we can provide 2 instance access if you want, and before that there is no difference even in case of navigation also.
Okay.
No
Okay, it's pretty much same.
Same as it is.
Okay, then that's fine. Then 13 is better then. Okay.
So there is some difference in terms of security compared to release 12, release 11 and release 12. So release 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, up to 11, the security model, how that can be managed in the Fusion, and that is totally changed from release 12 onwards. So that points also we'll be discussing. Even we are not going to work on the older versions of release 11 for our understanding. So, but when we talk about 13, no changes related to security and features. So if you want to have a sessions on 12, we can run the sessions on 12, or otherwise 13, we can do it.
Hey, Laxman, that's triggering one more question from me. Like, since it is a cloud application, is it not standard that Oracle will maintain one single version at any point of time? Is it like you have a option to choose any version you want?
See, now we have a EBS, right? EBS release 12. Right. So like, many clients are running that EBS release 12 with a different subversions, right?
Right. That is on-prem. So on-prem you can have anything, but cloud is like it's a single multi-tenant system, right? Single instance multi-tenant system, which like it's a SaaS application, right? Multiple customers.
Yeah, I got your point. When you say cloud, here we have a different subscriptions. Mm-hmm. The cloud allows for customization. Same time, cloud doesn't allow for customizations. By following these points, say there is one cloud customer who's using that cloud financials, but whatever the instance Oracle provided to them, say they customized. They did a lot of customization. It's not easy for them to upgrade to latest version. So for that reason, Oracle should support to that customer with the older version only. Okay. There is another customer.
Yeah, can you put a pause there? Then, like, my question is like, say each instance is separately provisioned for you from cloud, or it's not like one instance.
The point is, I got it. The version wise they'll maintain the servers. From one server they can generate multiple instances. So for release 11 they'll have a separate server, for release 12 separate server, release 13 separate server. Okay. From one server they can generate multiple instances. Here instances in Fusion we call as a pod. Right. So iPod, right? The same way here instance we call as a pod. Instead of calling instance, general term we use here as a pod. Mm-hmm. Okay. When we talk about cloud, we'll be discussing good information going forward in the today's session. Okay. What are the different options are available, how those are different from each other, we'll understand.
I think I'm jumping there. I'll wait for it. Thanks.
Laxman, can you hear me? This is Srinivas Laxman.
Yeah, Srinivas, please.
Yeah, Laxman, like in how many classes are we going to complete this course, if at all, if you assume that we don't have any breaks in between? So how many classes usually does it going to take to complete this financial course?
See, now we are in June. By end of the March, we are going to complete this course. Max, it takes 2 months time. And you can expect around 60 hours classes, 60.
60 hours of
Yeah,
classes.
along with
Okay.
these core
So,
financials, we are going to cover P2P and O2C cycles also, and fusion expense and fusion tax.
so,
AJ.
so by end of the March, we can complete
Yeah,
this,
2 months. You can count 2
right?
months from now.
2 months from now.
Yep.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can close as soon as possible.
Okay. No problem. Thank you, Laxman.
Yeah, thank you.
Laxman, Sudarshan here. I think by looking at the discussion, I think I'm in the wrong class. Today, you're supposed to.
Yes, I was supposed to tell the same when you raised that point, as I could not attend and all. So I thought, knowing you joined. This is a new batch.
No. Oh, that's the reason. By looking at the conversation, I felt that. So when is it the timing change from now this week?
Yes. The 8 o'clock batch we preponed to 6 o'clock. The email also we circulated. The same informed when we started new batch for your batch.
I didn't get that email, and I was.
No. You might be missing that email. I mean, you received, but I think you didn't get chance to look into that. We'll discuss on that. Okay. Now.
Okay. So in that case, I think. Okay. That's tomorrow. It will be at 6 o'clock, right?
6 o'clock. Yeah. Sudarshan, we will connect after this class and we'll discuss on that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. So, any other questions?
Laxman, this class will be every day at 6 a.m. IST?
No, 8 a.m. IST, and going forward, maybe after 3 or 4 weeks, we'll be preponing to 6 or 6:30.
Because if you prepone, the office hours will be, traveling time will be impacted. That is why I want to get a clarity from the beginning, like what, if it is 8, it will be more comfortable. So do you have any clear idea whether it is
the same point? It's very clear. And now for 3 to 4 weeks, we'll be running at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. IST. After 3 to 4 weeks, we'll be preponing to 6. That is a confirm.
Hi, Laxman. This is Santosh.
Yeah, Santosh.
Laxman, are you going to cover in O2C cycle regarding revenue and all?
Yes, O2C we will be covering, P2P and O2C. I'll take you through the course curriculum. Whatever we have, I'll take you through that. If you have any.
No, revenue model. Are you going to cover revenue model?
You are talking about cloud revenue model?
Yeah.
Fusion Cloud. No, that is a separate module in Fusion application. So we are not going to work on that. We will be working on the process of sales order creation. We'll complete OEM configuration. The complete configuration. We'll see how to create the sales order, how to book the sales order, how to do the fulfillment, picking, ship configuration, interfacing the sales order information to receivables as auto invoice. Okay. We are not going to just depend on some vision based configuration. Everything will be doing from our end. Okay. So in the fresh instance, what practice we follow to do any configuration for the client based on the client, what modules we are going to implement for the client. With that approach, we will be doing all the setups.
Okay.
Everything will be doing in our own environment. What are the setups we do within that, we'll be working on it.
Yeah, sure.
So like in OTC, you're gonna cover order fulfillment, etc., right? Like, are you going to cover the install base as well as service contract side also?
Oh no. So that goes into different track. So see, primary focus is finance. Along with that, we are covering P2P and O2C, where we touch base on inventory.
You were saying that the new revenue management cloud is not covered.
Yeah, that is separate module.
Right. That is for revenue recognition, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Fusion Cloud Revenue Management Services.
Correct.
Hi, Laxman.
Yeah.
Raghav here.
Yeah, Raghav, please.
Can you continue in 8 o'clock session, because 6 o'clock means it will be too early for me.
Here we have to consider the participants from India also. For initial classes, we are starting at 8 and we'll be running up to 9:30. And going forward, hope everybody received the same message, right? I request a team to circulate the email on that. when they mention about the time schedules. So because we'll be preponing to 6 or 6:30.
So that is for sure, right?
Yeah, that's how we have the schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So
I
not only
mean, this
for
is
this batch,
Prasad.
every batch we do in that way. For every batch, we follow this schedule. So you can check from your the time availability. So accordingly, you can just work on it.
So actually, times are changing on March 11th. I think that would be maybe okay after March 11th, but before March 11th, it would be tough. Laxman, this is Prasad. We are in California time zone.
Mm-hmm.
It will be tough. So 6 o'clock your time is 5:30 our time in the evening. So by 5:30 usually we don't reach home.
Okay.
That's the problem. When the time changes.
We'll discuss on this, Prashad and Santosh and others. So this is how just we confirmed and we informed everyone these timings. We'll see if any possibility, but I cannot promise. We will discuss on that.
Sure. Okay, thank you. Thanks for the update. And one important question, the instance, will it refresh every week, the instance that you're going to provide?
No, the instance will get refreshed every month.
Okay. Okay.
So
for both
every weekend.
For both R12 and okay, go ahead.
Yeah, 12 or 13. Monthly once.
Yeah, because
get refreshed.
Okay. And you are positive, right? Because we don't want. My friend told me he attended, I think 3 months back or 6 months back. His name is Satya. He said it refreshed every week and he could not practice.
No,
that's going to be a problem.
I'll tell you that point. I think he didn't understand that. So every week, instance within the instance, what are the users we have for all the users? Password reset takes place.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, we will be providing on user where you can see all the time the password will be working for that user. Whatever the users you create for that users, the password reset takes place. But what are the users we are going to provide? User we are going to provide that will be working all the time. Whenever your user password is not working, when you are not able to log into the instance with your credentials, what you can do is you can log into the instance with the credentials which we are providing. You can reset the password for your user, then you will be able to work on it. You can start working with your own environment. Okay, whatever you create.
Okay, so
user. That's how it works.
Okay, so we get individual user ID or is it a common user ID for everybody?
Common user I'll be providing to all the guys, and you can create your own users. Then you can start working on the configuration and testing or whatever you want to do based on the classes, or if you want to explore on the instance from your side, you can do it. So when your users are not working, you can access the instance with a common user which I am going to provide.
Okay. And we will be able to create end-to-end one new company, right?
The same we'll be doing in the classes also. The same you can do from your end.
Okay. Thank you, Laxman.
Yeah, thank you. And again, the instance will be cloud only. You can access from anytime, anywhere. Even you can access from your mobile. No additional installations, etc. is not required. Yeah, please.
Hey, one more question, Laxman. Like I understand that every day the session will be recorded and shared among the students.
Correct.
But if some reason if we couldn't attend certain days class, we can review that one. And what about the questions? We'll be connecting offline to clarify those questions.
Let me talk about that point here. See, first of all, we have two options. If somebody wants to learn these Fusion applications, we have one is online training, other one is recorded videos. Okay. So if you attend the online classes, for each session we record and we'll be sharing. If you miss any session, so you'll be getting the video. You can go through that video anytime. If you have any questions, you may ask in the next session. Otherwise, you can email me if you have a simple question, or else if you think some sort of discussion is required, I'll be available. We can discuss. Okay, that's how we can manage if you are attending online classes. And the other option is recorded videos. So if you are looking for a very quick learning, we have a recorded videos from the previous sessions. So we'll provide you the recorded videos and instance access. Then you can start working on that. You don't need to wait everyday session to happen and to get the recording or understanding those points. You can start you can start going to the videos from today itself, and you can start practicing on that instance also. and the classes are very much detailed. In the each batch we find a good number of participants. So first of all, we try to explain very detailed level where that would be clear to everyone. Still, if there is some gap between the expectation and what we deliver, the participants definitely they'll be asking the questions, and everything we answered in the previous classes also. So everything recorded that you can go through. Only the disadvantage is you cannot raise your question the moment you get some doubt. So that you can keep in touch with us. You can email us so that we can reply back to that immediately. If any urgency, you can call to understand any instance issues also will be supporting. So for quick learning, you can go through the videos, recorded videos, you can subscribe, and you can attend the live classes also. And again, we'll be recorded videos from the current batch also. So
like you are not restricting either this or that.
Okay, one more question.
Yeah, please.
Will you be getting this web link on a daily basis, or is something which
we'll be sending every day new link?
We'll be getting.
Okay, every day.
So every day new link.
Yeah. 10 minutes before we'll be sending from tomorrow.
Okay then. Okay.
Yep. If you subscribe recorded videos, you can attend for any live batch. Okay, maybe the current batch or future batches.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Laxman, I have a question. Like the information which is in the recorded videos, is it different to the online classes, or will what I mean to say is like the information which is in the recorded videos, will it be same to the online classes as well? You will be sharing the same thing, or there will be some information that will be missing? Like, did you got any kind of comments from other people in the past?
See, so online classes only we do recording. That will be providing us recorded videos. So if you have a EBS experience, simply you can go through recorded videos. You can start playing and you can understand everything, no doubt in that, because in every session I'll just go with the comparison. In EBS, this is how we have, this is the naming convention we have, this is how we do in EBS. In the fusion, so let's see how to do it. So that's how everything we compare and we take the classes. That is the reason you can get what you are expecting after completing these videos or online classes. Any option, you can choose any option. You'll be able to work on Fusion Financials implementation project. You can work on Fusion Financial implementation project as an experienced guy. That we can guarantee. Okay, that's how we design this course. So when we are working on EBS financials, so how we do the configuration, how we run through all the processes, what we can do in which navigation, where we can do. I explained everything in the previous classes. So in EBS, this is what we can find here, but in the Fusion, that option is not available. They change the game. From here you can access. This is how you have to do. That option is not available. This is how everything discussed. So after going through these classes, you'll be expertised in the Fusion financials, and you can directly start working on the Fusion implementation project, not only just support project. This is what you can expect.
Laxman, another question. If we buy the recorded videos, and you can also attend the online class as well?
Yes.
Without any additional cost?
No additional cost. See, you can attend the online classes now, again in future also. Say you started attending online, you taken the videos, you started attending online classes. Some reason you dropped, anyway you'll be going through the video recorded videos. In future, if you want to attend for any other batch, you can attend, no issues. So no restrictions. If you subscribe once, you can attend the multiple batches.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking is, because of the timing, if you're moving the timing to 6 o'clock, as other people said, we won't be able to make it to the class by that time. So that's the reason I'm asking.
See, simple point. Let one person go through online and you go with recorded videos. In terms of getting the information or knowledge, you don't find any difference. That is for sure. If you have any questions, we can connect and we can discuss. If you have one question, okay, anytime you can connect. Or if you have simple question, you can email and we'll reply back to that. And if you have multiple questions, So we can schedule the time and we can discuss. Frankly speaking, the guys who subscribed the recorded videos, I didn't hear any questions. Okay.
Lakshman, one suggestion here.
Please.
Laxman, are you going
so,
to cover the integrations also?
Sorry?
Are you going to cover the integrations also? Integrations between fusions and integration between the fusion to the like Oracle EBS?
You know,
Let's
like,
assume.
No, okay. When you say Oracle EBS, it can be any other third-party application also, right? So that comes under core technical tasks. Okay, what are the different options we have to do that? That I'll be covering. We'll talk on that. We'll get some overview on that. So since we are course is designed as a functional course, we are not going to touch that. If you want to understand that, again, you have to go with the SOA, service-oriented architecture, and middleware. Okay, the technical people basically will connect it to those areas. And being a functional consultant, we don't need to involve anything. We may do some mapping, the field mapping with third-party system to our fusion for data imports or it can be inbound or outbound interfaces. And we'll be working on data conversions. Okay, in EBS, what are the data conversions we do for finance? Now the job is purely functional job. The functional consultant can do the customers conversions, vendor master conversions, open invoices, open transactions, assets. Everything will be executing in our classes.
Lakshman, Raghav here.
Yeah, Raghav, please.
Can you please circulate an email to this batch, particularly to this batch, and ask for who is comfortable with 8 o'clock?
Sure, we'll do that.
Timings and 6 o'clock.
We'll work on
so that you'll get an understanding whether, so that you'll get an understanding whether if there is majority of people who are comfortable with 8 o'clock timing, then you can continue that. Otherwise, you can shift it to 6 o'clock.
Yeah, definitely. Because ask the team to have a call one-to-one. That would be the we can get the exact the possibility or what they are thinking. So
but because 8 o'clock is very much comfortable for me. 6 o'clock means that will be too early.
Yeah.
So
we'll see that. We'll just we'll work on that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Fine. So I think no questions now. Fine. If you have any questions, you can talk on that maybe end of the session. But based on our discussions, you can stop me any point of time and you can raise the questions. Okay, done. We'll just go through few points as a part of today's session. So this is the agenda we have for today's discussion. Okay, we'll talk about what is the meaning of fusion applications and what does it mean by cloud computing and why we are calling as Oracle Cloud, and we'll look at what are the different delivery models or options are available from Oracle for cloud customers, and what is the primary difference between on-premise and cloud platforms, and the few technology functional as well as application naming convention changes we'll discuss here, and I'll take you through the look and feel of the user interface in the fusion applications, and finally we'll go through what is the detailed course curriculum we have for this training. I'll take you through that. The first point is fusion applications. What is the meaning of fusion applications? So when you talk about fusion applications, how these fusion applications are built. Okay, what does it mean by fusion applications? We know what is the meaning of EBS applications. We know what is the meaning of JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, which are different ERP products. So if you look at a few ERP products here, say first one is JD Edwards. JD Edwards is offering the solution for order management, financial management, project management, asset lifecycle management, and manufacturing management, and many other solutions. So JD Edwards is offering. In the same way, PeopleSoft also, supply chain management, human capital management, HCM, financials, and supply relationship management. When you look at CBIL, CRM and ERM and PRM, different solutions they're offering based on the industry specific process based requirements. And when you look at our EBS, Oracle EBS, we have the primary solutions as a supply chain management, customer relationship management, financial management, and projects. So each and every ERP product is offering different areas of the solution. Okay, so this is how I just mentioned a few ERP product and the whatever the vendor is offering the solutions from the respective ERP that I just mentioned here. And if you just look at this slide, we can understand which ERP is offering which solutions. Now let's take simple example. There is one client who requires supply chain management and human capital management HCM and customer relationship management CRM and financial management and a reporting solution. If some customer is or say client is looking for some ERP which will offer best solution for SCM, HCM, CRM and financials, which is the right ERP here. So now we'll see which ERP is offering, okay, or in which ERP which solution is very much famous. Okay, the best solution we'll see. When you talk about JD Edwards, we have a JD Edwards. From JD Edwards, you can look at order management is very good solution, and in the same way, PeopleSoft. So there are many other solutions also available, but these you can see as a best. Okay, in the PeopleSoft HCM is very famous, and in the CBIL customer relationship management, that solution is very famous. And when I talk about Oracle EBS, financials is very famous solution from these different vendors. Now, if any customer is looking for, our client is looking for this solution, so now the reality the client has to choose SCM, say supply chain management from one vendor and HCM from one vendor, and customer relationship management from CBIL and finance from Oracle. So this is how they have to choose. So what clients are doing, what is the primary area as per their business, accordingly they are just selecting the ERP product, and rest they are running. So what are the possibilities available within those ERP? So if some client is looking for the best solution for all the areas of the business, frankly speaking, there is no ERP in the market. Okay, if client is going to take the solution from EBS for their financials, SCM and HRMS solution, the reality when you compare the financial solution with any other EBS application, ERP applications, Oracle EBS is the best. But when it comes to CRM solution we have from Oracle also, but the CRM, whatever Oracle is offering, that CRM is not great solution when you compare with CBIL CRM. And in Oracle EBS also we have HRMS, okay, HR and payroll applications. When you compare these applications with the PeopleSoft human capital management, PeopleSoft human capital management is the best solution in the market. In the same way, a few other areas also, okay, a few other areas also, when you compare with other products, they may not be really good in terms of comparison. So if any client wants to go with the different areas of solution, definitely they can find out the best solution from different ERPs only. But it's not an easy task for any client to go and opt different solution from different vendors, where they have to invest a lot of cost. Again, they have to get big technical team to build the integration, to run the entire show, and to streamline their business processes. So for that reason, what Oracle did is, so we know Oracle is EBS is owned by Oracle only. Apart from Oracle EBS, Oracle acquired many ERP products. The JD Edwards Oracle acquired, now the JD Edwards is Oracle JD Edwards. PeopleSoft Oracle acquired, now PeopleSoft is Oracle PeopleSoft. In the same way, CBIL Oracle acquired, and EBS anyway their own products. Along with that, EBS ERP products, Oracle acquired Hyperion, which is the reporting, which we use for reporting, and which is very famous in the market for reporting. Okay, and as well as budgeting, planning and budgeting also. This is a very powerful tool which is available in the market. And in the same way, Primavera also Oracle acquired. We know the Primavera is very famous for the project planning, project management. So not only these, there are many other products and technologies Oracle acquired. So after acquisition, what they did is, from JD Edwards, which is the best solution they taken from PeopleSoft and CBIL and EBS and Hyperion from Primavera, what are the best solutions okay, which are required for any enterprise as a part of complete specialized solution. So that's how they build the Fusion application. What Oracle it is, they taken from JD Edwards order management and other some finance related functionalities. They taken from PeopleSoft to Oracle taken human capital management, and from Siebel they taken CRM solution, and from Oracle EBS they taken financial management, means finance, and from Hyperion they taken all these solutions, and from Primavera they taken project portfolio management. By taking the best solution from the different ERP and other enterprise products, they built application called as Fusion applications. So we call it as Fusion applications, but the Fusion applications, within the Fusion applications, what are the solutions we have? That legacies are from different ERP products. So within the Fusion applications, okay, what are the order management solution you see that they taken from JD Edwards, and within the Fusion applications, what are the CRM, customer relationship management, though that solution they completely taken from PeopleSoft, sorry, so Siebel, they taken from Siebel. Okay, from Siebel they taken CRM solution into Fusion application. From PeopleSoft they taken HCM solution. HCM stands for Human Capital Management, which is equal to our HRMS. And from Oracle EBS they taken our financials. Our financials they taken as is into Fusion applications. And from Oracle Hyperion they taken reporting capabilities into Oracle Fusion application. With that they replaced our FSG in GL, and we are going to work, we will be using in the Fusion applications as a part of GL Hyperion reporting only. And from Primavera they taken project portfolio management. Okay, from the different ERP and other enterprise products, they taken the best solution and they built ultimate product called as Fusion applications. Now if any client is looking for best solution for all the areas of business, they no need to take the license from the different ERP vendors. If they go with the Fusion applications, they can get complete best solution, okay, which is available in the market. So this is the meaning of Fusion applications. Here any questions from anyone, please?
Laxman, this is Guru.
Yep.
Actually, a question on this. Actually, one of my friends, I still work on EBS Financial, but my friends works on EBS, I mean, Oracle Fusion on HRMS products on HCM. But still they see Oracle HRMS are still used in Fusion products.
What, I mean, like they are working on Fusion applications?
Yeah, they just moved on Fusion applications, but why?
Application.
But still what they say is still they see the features of Oracle HRMS. Still they haven't seen any PeopleSoft features. So is there any different versions are like that?
No. When you say PeopleSoft, when you say Fusion HCM, as is they just moved the PeopleSoft solution into Fusion application only. So not, I mean, they didn't introduce this, I mean, they didn't take this product, PeopleSoft, into Fusion applications after some releases, right from beginning. Okay, right from beginning, you can see from version 6, 7 and 4, 5 also, but those are the versions just for validation and testing purposes, and to just add some functionality they used. Most of the clients started using this Fusion applications from the release 7 onwards, release 7 and release 8 onwards. You can see in all the versions HCM solution in Fusion application, which is a legacy of PeopleSoft only.
Okay, actually my friends, we just have some time, we'll have a casual chat, and they were saying it.
For them to understand some specific point, if they speak with a PeopleSoft consultant, okay, if the PeopleSoft consultant can look into this Fusion HCM, they'll say, yes, this is what we have in the PeopleSoft.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay, any other questions here, please?
Yeah, Laxman, this is Chitranjan.
Yeah,
so as you said, the Fusion application, that means in terms of cloud, is there any other software where the competitor of Oracle?
See, we know other key players in the market along with Oracle, and who's the big competitor, right? So other than that ERP vendor, we don't have any big competitors in the market. That too, Oracle is trying to just be in the #1 position with this Fusion product.
Hi Lakshman, this is
So
Karthik.
what about the Karthik, just a moment, Laxman, what about the Workday? As you know that the PeopleSoft is no more in this completed for the Oracle, as Oracle has purchased the PeopleSoft.
See,
So
PeopleSoft is competitor to Oracle, but for the solution called as HCM.
yeah, they are more in the HCM track only.
Exactly.
And
say some companies there will be more their primary focus is people management, and where they do all these people maintenance, payroll, and some kind of recruitment company and all. In that case, we have from Oracle HRMS, but they never choose Oracle HRMS when they look at PeopleSoft HCM. Okay, that's how PeopleSoft also a big competitor to Oracle for the area of HRMS.
Now the PeopleSoft is in Oracle, right?
In past we are talking. Now PeopleSoft also owned by Oracle because Oracle acquired.
Yeah. So and the top of this PeopleSoft, they stand one more company called Workday. Have you heard about it? Workday.
Yeah, Workday. Yes, we have Workday.
So Workday, are they plan to develop, because they also as they are in the PeopleSoft and they convert into Workday guys, so they are in the they're also developing the cloud software. Okay.
Correct. See, that is also one point here. Workday also one of the HCM solution. That's a completely different. Okay. Workday is a separate ERP separate product. Workday we have for HRMS and financials, HCM and finance and other areas also they have a solution. So if you talk about, there are many other ERP products in the market. Yes, Workday also one of the good product which is doing well in the market for HCM solution. Okay.
No, I have seen that interface, Laxman. Basically the interface is make use for this use, right?
Simple point. So as a part of Fusion applications for HCM solution, Oracle is using PeopleSoft only. Okay. So Oracle is using PeopleSoft only. PeopleSoft solution only they are using.
Hi, this is Karthik. Can I ask my question now?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Now you've covered JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Siebel. Now my primary question is, what is the product roadmap for manufacturing? Because Oracle has a discrete process, project flow, and other different manufacturing areas, right?
Correct.
So what are they planning to do from manufacturing standpoint of view?
See, for manufacturing, the complete solution is not ready. Still, they are working. So we are really not sure on that from which area they are taking from, which products which they acquired and which they are owning already.
Okay. And if I'm correct, for warehouse management, they've already started using Logfire, right? I believe Logfire is
Oracle acquired. So they are offering as a separate solution as of now. Just if you want to go with only warehouse management, cloud warehouse management, yes, the solution is available from Oracle. But if you are going to use this our Fusion applications, so for that Oracle you have an application called as product management or product information management hub. Okay, we don't have an inventory application now. That also we'll see in our classes. Okay, we have a product information.
No, but when I saw, if you go online, you can see Oracle inventory, Fusion inventory, and then you can see Fusion manufacturing. Also, I mean, these are product offerings on the Oracle website, but I don't know whether they are really.
Those are discrete manufacturing. Those are like discrete manufacturing related few modules they introduced. Okay. So, but not process manufacturing and a complete solution.
Okay.
See,
just one quick question.
Sequence of releases. I mean to say the products. Initially Oracle released HCM, Human Capital Management. Okay, after HCM, the next product is finance. After finance, they released procurement. After procurement, SCM solution, and later PPM and other areas. That's how they just follow the sequence of release.
Okay, just one quick question.
Yep.
In your own opinion, what is the level of maturity of the Oracle Fusion application?
I'm sorry, I didn't get you.
I'm saying, in your own opinion, what is the level of maturity of this particular product now that they have combined everything into one single solution?
Correct.
So what is the level of maturity? Because as my friend has just mentioned, there are a number of modules which they're still, they're still developing into this particular product.
See, the level of maturity and really good. So the clients who are using, they are very much happy. The clients who are using as a cloud solution are on-premise. The most of the clients, okay, who are using the Fusion applications, more than 90% of the clients are using cloud solution only. So because they done everything, they streamlined and they just integrated and they brought into one single platform these different products, and there is no failure now. In the very past, like one time Oracle released, and at that time we might be knowing that news. So now whatever the releases and what are the applications we are talking, all are doing really good. So see, we may hear some different opinions that could be very specific experience for someone, but reality, when you just look at the market, every client is happy you are using, and depending on their need, they can choose what cloud option is required.
Hi, Laxman. This is Shaman.
Yeah.
Laxman, this is Sudhakar. What is the scope of the customization in the Oracle Fusion applications?
Yeah, we are going to talk on that. We have a that's all about which subscription we are going to take.
Okay.
So depending on that, if you want customization, then you have to take the relevant subscription. We are going to talk on that.
Okay. In case of cloud.
Yeah, in case of cloud only. Yes. Maybe within 5 minutes will be.
Hello, Laxman. This is Shravan.
Yes, Shravan, please.
Yeah, my question is, like, down the lane, how do you see this Fusion applications right now? Like last year, EBS 12.2.7 was released, and they say they would support it about till 2030. So, is this product to be growing in the future, or
going to support EBS? That's what they announced. And other side, anyway, just the existing customers and they are building the platform where EBS clients can upgrade to Fusion also. That's the reason in EBS, if you notice, they introduced the middleware also now, right?
Yeah.
Now there is no option to upgrade from EBS to Fusion. Only the option is re-implementation.
Yeah.
Okay. Slowly they may build some platform which allows them to upgrade from EBS to cloud or Fusion. It may not be cloud, just Fusion application. We'll discuss what is the difference between the Fusion applications and the Fusion cloud also. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk on that. Fine. Here, any questions, please? No questions. We can move on to next topic called as cloud computing. Fine, we'll see. Okay. Here, the next topic is cloud computing. Okay, what does it mean by cloud computing? So somebody is just unmuted. Okay. So when you talk about cloud computing, it's very simple. So instead of maintaining our own servers, the application which we require for access, that can be hosted by cloud computing company, and just we can have access, and based on usage we can pay to the cloud computing company or cloud vendor. So normally what we do, we buy the server infrastructure, we'll get a technical team to install that application, and we should maintain the technical team to manage that server and they have to take care of all these activities when you want to apply the patches, and all this work need to be done, and the networking team, all the teams we have to get to maintain the server. Instead of maintaining our own server, what we can do is, say our client wants to go with the financials, Fusion Financials, and SCM and HCM solution. In that case, instead of buying the server, you can talk to the cloud computing company and you can tell them, just we need these so and so applications access. If they have access to, if they are offering that solutions, just you can take the subscription and you can use for certain period. So that kind of model we call as a cloud computing. In cloud computing, what happens is you will be accessing the applications through internet, and which are managed by cloud computing company. So in the normal traditional business, in the traditional process, what happens is every client will get their own servers and they'll be maintaining. In case of cloud computing, somebody will be just deploying the servers from their end, will take the hosting service only, just will be just they'll be giving the access to that in applications, which applications we need access. I'm not talking about just Oracle, it can be any applications or any product. Okay, so they may be owning the ownership for those product, and just we need some subscription and we will be using. So that model we call as cloud computing. What is a great advantage here? So the advantage is you can, through internet, anytime, any point of time, you can access, and even user experience will be very rich compared to on-premise instance related access. So let's move on to next term. Here you can look at that actual definition of cloud computing. So when I talk about cloud computing, it's all about the practice of using the network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store and manage and process the data, rather than local server or personal computer will serve the request which user is sending. So that means in case of physical server, every user has to hit to that physical server, and they may be from the different geographies, and when they submit the request, that has to reach the server and it has to respond, the time taking, and there will be many issues that should happen, everything through network, and many challenges would be there. When you talk about cloud computing, the cloud vendor, what they do is they will create the virtual server. The cloud computing company can create the virtual server. When I talk about physical server, physical servers will reside in the specific location. When I talk about virtual servers, the virtual servers will be residing in the internet as a source. So wherever you have internet, you can think your server is there, that much faster you can connect and it will respond for your request or any process which you do. And again, when you go with your on-premise, you have to invest a lot of money and you have to buy the server infrastructure, you have to take the license for the product. But in case of cloud computing, okay, generally you may not take license. If you want to take, you can take, that is applicable for many other cases. You may not take the license, simply you can subscribe. You can subscribe for number of users, and you no need to buy the server infrastructure. All the server infrastructure will be maintained by cloud computing company, but reality, you are not going to get access to physical servers which are maintained by cloud computing company as per your requirement and what are the application you are accessing. For you, they create the virtual server. The virtual servers will be available in the internet itself. So whenever you want to connect to that remotely, you can connect, which are available within the internet. So that's the meaning of cloud computing. So it's all about virtual servers will be accessing. In case of cloud computing, in the most of the cases, it's all about subscription, no license is required. The product will be owned by cloud computing company, and as a client will take subscription and will be using, and we can configure how we required and will be using for transaction process. That's how we can make use of it. Okay, so when you talk about cloud computing, you can just connect from any device. Okay, from any device, it can be mobile or any devices you can connect. And here, what is the Oracle Cloud? So what are the cloud services? What is the cloud computing? Now Oracle is claiming Oracle is one of the big cloud computing company, because Oracle also acquired few cloud vendors in the market. However, they acquired PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, and Hyperion, and Primavera. There are many other products they acquired. Along with that, they acquired the technology called as cloud computing also. Now Oracle also offering this sort of services since they are owning many products. So if any client is looking for, say for example, Oracle Fusion Financial product, that product they can provide as a subscription for the customers. So they'll maintain the complete infrastructure, they'll create the virtual servers for each and every client, and they can grant the access to the specific applications for which application client is taking the subscription. Okay. So now if any client is going to opt for cloud applications, okay, cloud application here, the cloud application means here, let me talk about another point. So it's very simple. So we have a term called as Oracle Fusion Financials, and other term you can say Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials. So what is the difference between these two? Okay, if you have your own server and if you are going to install the Oracle application, Oracle Fusion applications in your own server, and if you are going to use, okay, Fusion Financials from your own server, on-premise server, that we call as Oracle Fusion Financial. This is the actual product. The same Oracle Fusion Financials product, if you are going to subscribe from Oracle, that means you are not going to maintain your servers. Okay, you don't need to maintain any technical team, and you are not going to take the license also, you'll be taking the subscription. If that is the scenario, you call it as Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials. So the servers are going to be maintained by Oracle, and if you are going to take the subscription for that product, that we call as cloud. Just we have to add the term called as cloud for the specific offering. In the same way, Oracle Fusion SCM or Oracle Fusion Cloud SCM. So that's how you can include the term called as cloud or exclude. If you are going to have on-premise solution, your own server, your own technical team, where just you will buy the license from Oracle and you will install and you will start working on that. However, we use EBS release 12 or 11i, the past version 11i or current version release 12 EBS. The same practice if you are going to follow for Fusion application that you call as Oracle Fusion Financials. If you are going to subscribe from Oracle, and if you are going to access that product from virtual servers as internet as a source, that we call as cloud financials. So this is the different. This is the difference. Any questions here, please? Okay, any question here to understand what is the difference between Oracle Fusion Financials and Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials?
Yeah, hi, this
Laxman?
is so most of the companies, which one going to follow? Oracle Fusion Financial or Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials?
Cloud Financials.
If you see if you go with cloud financials, so the there is a risky chances, right? Because the whatever the data, the company's data will be, you can see the Oracle also, right? Who are providing the access.
See, they can provide the secured access. Again, within that cloud, we have a different security-based options, whether that is a public cloud or private cloud or a hybrid cloud. So if the company is thinking on that security aspects, they can just choose the relevant option which they think that is beneficial for them. See, Oracle is having some great policies of security and all. They are taking care of the security. You can see there are few banks also started using the Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials. You think when you talk about bank related data, it's very sensitive information. They're also going with the Fusion Cloud Financials, means they validated everything, they found that it's okay for them. So that when you talk about data security and all, just Oracle is just following up all the security measurements, and they are going with high security models, and they are taking care of the customer's data, which is maintained in the cloud.
Okay.
There is no risk when you use Oracle for this cloud. There is no risk for the customers for their data.
Yeah, I mean, Laxman, this is Prasad. isn't Oracle Fusion Financials to be on premise? Isn't it going to be too expensive for the company? I heard they are big servers.
Compared
It's
to
not like EBS servers.
yes, yes, exactly, exactly. See, you take simple example, the Oracle Financials. Oracle Financial just you can install in your laptop also. If you have 200 GB hard disk, you can install.
Right.
The same when it comes to Fusion, it's not possible. If you want to install Fusion Financials in the server, you have to buy rack servers only. You have to buy the rack servers, and the RAM and all also you should have in hundreds. Okay, 250, 300 GB RAM you require, not hard disk I'm talking. Okay, RAM itself. Okay, just we have an on-premise instance also, but it's a very older version. We used it for release 8 and release 9 versions. Now since these are versions, we are accessing from cloud only. So it's a very big challenge. Even when you talk about client, it's very expensive for them. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
They have to buy the server infrastructure, which will be costing very high, and they have to take the license. When they go with the cloud, these two they can avoid. The cost which they no need to incur any cost for infrastructure in case of cloud, and they no need to take the license, just subscription.
Yeah.
And in case of on-premise, we have to get our own technical team, DB and other experts, technical experts, networking or security, other experts. But when you talk about cloud, so here Oracle DBS will be helping us. If you want to apply any patch, Oracle, you can raise SR to Oracle saying that so and so patch need to be applied. Or say like a global support suggested to apply so and so patch. Please apply this patch. Oracle team will do it on our request. So that's many advantages. You know, like again, when we talk about our on-premise, our team always should be very active, right? Okay, to take care of that server. When it comes to Oracle and all, they'll have a very much qualified team. So we'll take care of all the time. Like it will be 99.999% uptime, for instance.
Right.
There are many advantages.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any other questions here, please? Fine, no questions. So now let's talk about cloud. If any client is going for cloud, so there are three options are available. Okay, for cloud customers, they are going with on-premise only one option. They can have a own server, they can install and they can start working on it. So if they are going with the cloud, three options are available. Those are SaaS, software as a service, PaaS, platform as a service, and IaaS, infrastructure as a service. So let's look into these points more detail level. So when you talk about SaaS, if we are going to subscribe SaaS option from Oracle, say for Fusion Financials, we want to use Fusion Financials and we are going with the SaaS model. SaaS means software as a service. So in that case, the virtual server access will be getting, yes, and the server in the middleware and the operating system. So the applications will be running and you will just get access to this application. So when you talk about application, there will be operating system and server. And so these are the three layers. Okay, to run any application, there should be server within that operating system. You should have within that operating system will be installing the application. These three layers would be there. So when you go with a SaaS, just you can consume the applications. So you'll get access. If you take the subscription for SaaS model, so you are taking the subscription for financials, you can access the financial applications. You can configure as per your business requirement and you can start using. You cannot touch those applications to do any changes. In case of SaaS, that is applicable. If you go with a PaaS, PaaS means platform as a service. Oracle will provide the platform where you can do the customization. See, the PaaS will allow you to build the new applications or new functionality. Okay, so here servers and operating system we cannot touch. Here these three we cannot touch to do any changes. But here the application will get access where you can go and do the modification. You can build new form, okay, new function to include in the payables process or receivables, or altogether if you want to build new application, you can build and you can deploy into this PaaS model. If any client is looking for okay, this cloud solution where they want to do customization, they have to choose PaaS. If they don't want to do any customizations, they can go with the SaaS model. Just they can consume. However, the product is available, they can configure and they can use. If they go with the PaaS, they'll get the actual product. On top of it, they can do the customizations. Here, IaaS, Infrastructure as a Service. It's a hosting service. You might be knowing AWS, Amazon Web Services. You can buy some space. Okay, there you can install your, depending on the subscription, they may allow you to operating system, or else they'll take care of operating system. You can install your own products. So the same sort of services Oracle also offering. You may take the subscription only for the server. Within that, you can install your operating system, and you can install any third-party applications or Oracle applications. So that's how you can use. But in any subscription, the servers will be provided by Oracle or cloud computing company, and the rest depending on which subscription you are taking. If you are taking SaaS, operating system and applications also will be there. So you have to you can just use it. And if you go with a PaaS, so operating system also will be available within that. You can, what are the applications also will be available. The additional advantage is you can customize. If you go with IaaS, okay, so servers they will provide, just it's hosting. You can install what are the products you require, you can use it. In case of Oracle, so servers and operating system also Oracle will take care of, and you may take the subscription for Fusion applications. When you are running those Fusion applications with the help of Oracle hosting, you'll have an option of hosting some third-party applications also into the same server. Say for example, you are going to use Oracle Fusion application for the different areas of business. You are using 2-3 other servers with the 2-3 different products. So instead of running 3-4 servers, one server from Oracle, other 2 servers maybe internally you are running that on-premise servers, those may be for third-party applications. And if you make a plan of using the single server, what you can do is from Oracle you can take IaaS subscription, and you can get what are the Fusion applications you want to subscribe from Oracle. And since this is IaaS subscription, it allows you to install the third-party applications also into the same server. That means all different applications also you can run within the one server in one hosting. So that's how it would be easy for you for integrations and other maintenance point of view also. So that's how these 3 options are different. Now most of the clients are using SaaS only. Why clients are using the SaaS when it doesn't allow for customization? The reason is, if any client is going for SaaS, the big advantage is Oracle will do auto upgrade. When Oracle comes up with a new release, okay, when Oracle comes up with a new release, what they do is their environment will get upgraded to latest version automatically. Since there are no customizations in the SaaS environment by client, so it would be a pretty easy job for them to upgrade to latest version. When you talk about PaaS, auto upgrades won't happen. So however we do the kind of upgrades in EBS case, similar practice we have to follow in the cloud also. So in case of IaaS, it's all about you can do many customizations, and you can install additional applications also. The same slide we have here, more detail level. You just look at this. In case of SaaS, the subscription will consist of all these, okay, but primarily will be working on the application. So just all will be managed by vendor. So when you take the SaaS subscription as a client, you never get access to any one of this application to play with that. Everything will be managed by application vendor only, cloud vendor. Say in our case Oracle, just will be using that application. So the applications will be, you will configure and you'll use it. And when you go with a PaaS, the rest of all will be managed by vendor, and the applications you can manage. Manage means here you can do the customizations. You can create new applications, and you can create new functionality you can take into the standard process. It allows you to do the customization. When you go with the IaaS, okay, this all will be managed by vendor, and these 3 areas, these 3 areas of privileges will be given to the client. Accordingly they can deploy a new application, database they can maintain, security aspects also they can maintain for a different application which they are going to install or which they are going to get from Oracle. Okay, this is a simple slide to understand more detail level. If any questions from anyone, please tell me.
Yeah, I have a question here. Could you hear me?
Please go ahead.
Yeah, you're saying that in SaaS and PaaS, database access is not given to the client. I mean, the companies like for the internal IT teams.
See, in case of SaaS, you'll have a database access. Okay, but you cannot play with the database, changing some security levels, etc., database, new database objects creation and all. You cannot do that. So here, what you can
Oh,
do is
you can have query only access.
you can access. See, here also application means you are able to access. In the same way, database also you can access. You can access, you can write the queries and you can fetch the data. In SaaS model, when you say customization, that is more into functional related customization. In SaaS model, you can create the custom reports, because custom reports doesn't change any functionality or process, right? The data how you want to represent, it's all about report. You can define that. Here in this point of view, are not taking report development, we are not taking a customization. That is not going to impact the product how it behaves, right?
Right. How about a interface? Like let's say there is a.
You can build the interfaces. You can have a inbound or outbound interfaces with any one of these options. Okay, you can have interfacing concept.
Just one quick question. Huh?
Your voice is low. Your voice is low.
I'm saying. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Please.
On the SaaS model, does it mean on the database end you only have a read-only access, or you can do any other thing?
Only access. In case of SaaS, just you can view the data which is available in the database. That's all.
Okay, then. And my second question is on these three models of cloud computing, which option does Oracle go for? Is it for both options, for SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS?
SaaS. Most of
is it multi-tenancy or is single tenancy?
See, most of the clients are using the SaaS only. The big reason is
yes, but what Oracle what option is Oracle providing? Is it single tenancy or multi-tenancy?
Sorry, I didn't get you. What Oracle?
What option does Oracle provide in terms of hosting? Is it multi-tenancy or single tenancy for these options of cloud computing?
Three options Oracle is providing: SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Three Oracle is providing, but most of the clients are opting for SaaS.
Yes, but for single tenancy, it means that all clients, whether you're subscribed under SaaS, PaaS, or IaaS, it means that you'll be using a single instance across the all customers. But for multi-tenancy, it means that you'll be using different instances. So each customer has his own instance for all layers of applications of the architecture. So which option does Oracle provide in this case? Is it single tenancy? Is it multi-tenancy?
No, you are saying like I mean, what is the requirement you said? I'm sorry, I could not understand.
No, he's asking about
currencies. He's asking about the single currency and multi-currency across the instance.
No, not currency.
One second.
Tenancy, multi-tenancy. Basically, like whether the cloud servers are
I could not understand the term. Okay, I'm sorry. See, when I talk about tenancy, that Oracle will take care of it. Okay. So in one server, based on the requirement, when client is going with a cloud option, so these are the basic options which are available to subscribe. If you are looking at that security point of view, they have multi-tenant tenancy option, as well as your private cloud also, where you can have a separate server. They can maintain separate server for you, where they won't create any virtual server environments for other customers of Oracle. So two options are available.
Okay, because the reason why I was asking that question is because my understanding is, if you're going for SaaS, it means that you are all plotted under one instance as customers. So meaning anything to do with upgrade and everything will be taken care as a single tenancy.
The reality, Oracle is providing SaaS model for most of the customers, clients as a multi-tenancy only, but they have option to upgrade. For each customer, they'll create one instance or say node pod. They create pod. By selecting the pod, they have a capability of upgrading. Okay, it's not mandatory. If you want to upgrade, you have to go with a single tenancy option so that Oracle can upgrade. You may be as a part of multi-tenancy option with the SaaS model or PaaS model, any option. They have a tools and they have a techniques and they have a capabilities of upgrading. Okay, for specific tenancy within the multi-tenancy itself, for specific tenants, they can upgrade that environment to latest.
Okay, just the last question.
Yep.
Assuming things change on the industry, assuming the client is moving from the SaaS from this particular solution to another solution, maybe SAP or something, does it mean that if you're migrating this solution from say from the SaaS model in Oracle and you're moving to SAP, does it mean that you have to again change the plan to PaaS or IaaS? Because now you only have read-only access in terms of your infrastructure.
One point. Here Oracle is in case of SaaS or PaaS, they are not giving option to move to other applications to use it. In case of SaaS and PaaS, only this comes with the Oracle products only. IaaS will come with the just open platform where you may get Oracle applications to get installed in that, or else like Amazon Web Services. You can take subscription for Amazon Web Services. Any product you can install. If you are using IaaS and if you subscribed from Oracle applications, Fusion applications, you can use it later if you want to move to SAP or any third-party applications, or simultaneously if you want to maintain some third-party application to that environment, yes, you can do it. That is possible in IaaS. In case of SaaS and PaaS, it doesn't support. These has to be used with only Oracle Fusion applications.
Okay, thank you.
Laxman?
Yep.
You said like there's no customization in SaaS. So let's say this is my scenario where I have 2A customization on the applications. Let's say I have to add an LPN information to the item screen. So in this case, and I want to host that solution to a specific customer of mine. So how, in that case, should I subscribe to IaaS, PaaS, or SaaS?
It's very simple. So functionality related changes if you want to do, okay, it's a simple changes in the sense you may manage with the personalization. In SaaS, you can go with the personalization. Or else always we have option to capture some additional information, DFFs. You may capture through DFF, or else a simple personalization you can do in the SaaS. Apart from that, so the client requirement demands to do some changes, only the option is PaaS.
Okay, and if I have to host that specific solution to a customer, and I have to keep the standard for rest of the customers?
Every customer will have a separate instance. So you'll be doing within that instance only. You have to connect to that. Within that application environment only, they'll be giving the access to the application where you can do the customizations. Okay, within that environment, you will do and will deploy within that. Okay, that's how we do.
Okay, but like, can I do the work for them and build it and send it over, deploy it on their environment? Is that possible?
Whose environment?
Let's say I have a customer who comes to me and asks me, like, I need this LPN information to be captured on the item screen. So before doing on their environment directly, could I try it on my instance over here and deploy that?
You can do that. That you can anytime see any developments, you will be able to move it.
Okay.
Do that. So you can write that code and you can generate that file. You can just download or extract. You can load in that. You can create that relevant executable, relevant definitions. Those you can deploy. Yes, that you can do.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Yes. Fine.
Laxman?
Yep.
Yeah, this is Ravi with you. If customer need any specific solution for a particular custom component, like in one of the scenario, they need something called vendor guarantees maintenance, which is a bolt-on one sort of single module, one screen model, additional module we need to provide actually. So in that case, which model we have to go for actually?
That comes under customization, right? That's a new functionality.
Yeah.
Only you can
new form, yeah, basically.
Only
but database again, you are saying database is not under control of the one. That means actually it required one additional object to be added.
One second. When you can do the customization, that means you can develop the new forms. In that case, there should be option to store the data in the database. In case of PaaS, you can create the database objects. You can create the table. You can create the view. So in SaaS, you cannot do that. Anyway, you don't have option to customize. Here you can build a custom functionality or custom module to store that relevant object data. You can create the tables or views and other database objects. That is possible.
Okay.
Yep.
Even in SaaS model, we don't get the custom top where you keep your custom objects.
No. Here there is no concept called as a top and all. Here it's all about they'll give the access to that application object library. So from there, like you can go on to do the developments and deployments you can do. See here the point, the term meaning is PaaS means platform as a service. They'll provide the platform which allows you to do the development. P stands for platform. So to do the development, they'll give the access to the platform within the environment itself. There you can go and do the sort of developments.
So Laxman, if you have to do some small customizations, as you mentioned, like using descriptive flex fields or extensible flex fields, once we do that, can we expose that as a field in the web services?
Yeah, you can do that. The mapping and all, you can do that. If you are doing the inbound or outbound, yes, everything you can do.
So you don't need access to PaaS or anything as such for that particular.
Not required. See, by default as an open option, they are giving attributes, right? So that to do the mapping and you can do it.
Okay.
Yes.
Just one quick question. Huh?
Yeah.
In terms of those three cloud options.
Yep.
In what capabilities do we have? Like I know personally, from JD Edwards option, we have it is able to actually to provide three environments in terms of developing, testing, and then the production environment. So this one's how many, like for example, in the SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS option here that we have.
Yeah, got it.
How many environments
got it?
Is it able to give?
So by default, you get two. Okay, one is prod and other one is pre-prod, which you can use for development or testing. Still, if you have any requirement, you have to pay extra. You can get it. How many environments you require? By default, two, prod and pre-prod.
So for both options, for three options.
Yeah, please.
For all options, for the three options, you have the prod and the PY.
Pre-prod is for the purpose of it's like test instance, or you can use it for development if you are going with the PaaS. Otherwise, in case of SaaS, the pre-prod you can use for the purpose of test instance. Two instance you can get.
Hey Laxman.
So maximum of 2 instances for all of them.
Only two. If you want more than 2, you have to pay extra.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Laxman, one more question on this. I'm still not clear. Sorry. Let's say, let me explain your current scenario, maybe a regular scenario.
And we can talk on that. Direct question.
Yeah. The question is, say I'm getting some, I have legacy systems, third party, some homegrown systems, that generates data. But let's say, that they give us a journal load, okay, which typically our process is to go and validate it and, look into our security rules, etc., and validate it, and then, call APIs to get into the production, get into the database.
Okay.
So that process, how you would achieve?
You can do that in any model. You can do it. That's all about integration, right? Inbound interface you want to build to bring the data.
Right.
Yes, that you can do in any model. SaaS also supports.
Oh.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. See, that doesn't comes under customization. So we are not changing some product functionality.
Right. It is not customization.
Yeah, just we are taking it. That's all. Yeah.
Lakshman, I have a question. Like in the past, the customizations is allowed, right? So let's say if I want to build a new custom form or some kind of customizations in the form front end, like application, what is the development technology? Is it like OA framework or ADF, or is it having separate
ADF?
ADF.
Yes.
Yeah, Lakshman, extension to his question, actually, so if you need deploy any new table or database update, we need to pass these things to Oracle, or how is it like? Because DBA...
We can create, we can see, it's not easy for Oracle also to create each and every table, what we need, what are the customizations our team is doing. So they'll see, as we discussed in the past, the platform will allow you to do all those things.
Okay, so you will get a custom schema, something like that, and wherein you can deploy the object.
You can have a separate kind of folder you can maintain, and within that you can put everything.
Got it.
Yes. Yeah. So, fine. So we'll just move on to next slide. Here, we'll look at the differences between on-premise and cloud. So we know on-premise, how it works. When I talk about on-premise, CapEx upfront investment means you have to invest a lot, you have to buy the server infrastructure and all. But in case of cloud application, you don't need to buy anything, just rent a flexible service, pay as you grow. So user-based subscription you can get. So in this case, you have to buy the server infrastructure. Here you don't need to buy. Here you have to take the license. Okay, in case of on-premise, you have to take the license for a product. Here you don't need to take license. Just take subscription and pay some as a rent amount. I mean, based on the number of subscription and period whatever you subscribe. And here customer owned upgrades and patching. In case of on-premise, we know we know very well like how it happens in EBS. So our DBA has to do the upgrades and we should get a upgradation team also, and patches also should be done by our DBA. When I talk about Fusion cloud application, the DBA will have a Oracle DBA support, and upgrades also can be done by Oracle if you go with the SaaS model. In case of PaaS, the similar work what we do in case of EBS. And database hardware cost includes disaster recovery and all this, everything will be managed by Oracle. We don't need to worry about data centers and deployments, etc. And here costly customizations and maintenance will be very costly, but here since it's a cloud and they'll be providing the platform where you can do the customizations if you go with a PaaS or IaaS, and the maintenance also will be pretty easy, the way how they are given the flexibility of doing the customizations here. And in the same way, like here you can see that no upgrades and latest functionality via regular releases. That means if you go with the SaaS, this is applicable, other cases not applicable. And here Oracle, in case of cloud, Oracle will take care of, they'll take care of database, network. So here in case of on-premise, we have to manage our own network and security access and everything, but in case of cloud, Oracle will take care of it. And if you are going to have a on-premise cloud applications, you'll have a standard security and access anywhere from whenever you require, you can have access with a great security. Okay, that's how it's a cloud is different from on-premise. The first point is, in case of cloud, no servers, no physical servers, but we'll have a servers which are virtual servers. The virtual servers will be created by cloud computing company with the physical servers, which they will have a big missions that we don't need to look at. So being a client, will have a virtual server from Oracle. So in case of on-premise, we require technical team. Here technical team means DBAs and security and network admin and all. But in case of cloud, not required. From anywhere you can access anytime. That security, everything Oracle will take care of. And patching and all, everything can be done by DBA team only. In case of cloud, on-premise we have to do. Upgrades also Oracle will do if you go with the SaaS. In PaaS and IaaS, so same approach how we follow in EBS. These are the primary differences, and the security point of view also Oracle will take care of. So the clients who are using this cloud option from Oracle, almost all clients are happy with the solution. So any questions here, please?
Laxman, just a quick question. What time you are going to end the session today?
So since it's a today's session, it may take more time. Maybe within 10 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Planning to step out. Just wondering. That's all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll be sharing this video. Okay, after this session, if you have
Okay. Good.
want to drop, you can drop. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. So just I mentioned a few points here. The technology changes compared to EBS. So when you talk about servers in Oracle, we know we use Oracle App Server. Basically, we call as Apache Server, right? Now in the Fusion, that's nothing but WebLogic Server we'll be using. For a graphical user interface, GUI, in EBS we have forms and JSP pages, Java server pages. But in the Fusion applications, it's all about ADF pages. And workflows, when you talk about workflows, will be running the programming and everything in EBS through PL SQL program. But in Fusion, the workflows will be running with the BPL, business process execution language. When I talk about reports, in EBS we have XML publisher reports, now completely in Fusion, BI publisher reports. For analysis, in EBS we have Discoverer, the same we have in the Fusion as a OTBI reports, Oracle Transaction Business Intelligence. For analysis or report definitions, online reports. And I just mentioned few functional, some term changes. So if you want to access anything in EBS, we use concept called as responsibility, but Fusion, we have a concept called as roles. With the help of roles, we can have access to any functionality, any application. But in EBS, we know, so through responsibility only you can access anything. When you talk about approvals in EBS, we have AME approvals, but in Fusion, so we have a BPM equal to AME. We have a BPM, business process management. Through that, so the BPL that show will be running. So that's how we'll use it. Data migrations. So in EBS, we do the data conversion, which should be done by technical people. In Fusion, we have a FBDI templates, file-based data import. By using this file-based data import templates, which will be provided by Oracle only, easily we can do the data conversion without technical help. Okay, without technical support, we can do the data conversions, master and transactional data. In case of EBS, here when you talk about setups and configuration in EBS, we have to do the setups from respective application. But in the Fusion, you no need to do the specific application related setups from the respective application. So all the setups you can do from one place, that is FSM, Functional Setup Manager. Okay, another just application related term changes. Financials, yes, financials only we call here. HRMS got replaced with HCM, and projects got replaced with the PPM, project portfolio management. Here HCM means human capital management. In case of EBS, we have only just Oracle database. In the Fusion, you can find Oracle as well as SPS database. We'll be discussing all these points going forward. And the system administrator EBS we have here. These they removed in the previous versions only, just they removed. Here now we have a security console. These we don't get access in the latest versions. The older version up to release 11, Oracle is giving the access to Oracle Identity Manager, OIM, and Authorization Policy Manager, APM. From release 12 onwards, this access they removed. They are giving access to security console. From there, from here whatever you can access, the same you can access from security console. So this is how the application look and feel you can have. So complete ADF pages, single user interface. You no need to open multiple forms how we open in EBS case. So no forms you can find in the Fusion application, completely ADF pages, web pages. You can run this application from any device. In case of EBS, we have to install that Java plugin and all. Here no plugins. Directly from your smartphone you can hit that URL, it get connected, you can access and you can start working on that also if you have compatibility in this your environment. So supplier creation page and all other. And here when I talk about course curriculum, better I'll just open the detailed course curriculum. Here I have. Okay, so these are the areas we are going to cover. Very primarily Oracle general ledger, accounts payables, receivables, okay, cash management and fixed assets. These are the primary modules which we are going to focus. Along with that, we'll be working on Fusion expense. In EBS we have I expense only we are calling as Fusion expense in Fusion application. Okay, EBT. Yeah, please.
Laxman, I'm not able to see the screen, Laxman. I'm just able to see the front page. Oh, now we could see it. Okay, it's getting refresh late. Okay.
Maybe you can disconnect and connect again. That may help you. It's all about the net connectivity, bandwidth. receive.
Okay, that's fine. Fine, I'm okay.
Fine, great. So, okay, EBS I expense here we are calling as fusion expense. We'll just go through that basic configuration flow also within this, and Oracle EBT, e-business tax, here we are calling as fusion tax, and Oracle fusion, I mean this, and purchasing will be working on purchasing, and Oracle Fusion product management, nothing but inventory application, and order management will be working on P2P and O2C cycles, and AGS, advanced global intercompany system, and wrapped implementation. In Fusion we can create the calendars, chart of accounts, primary ledgers, legal entities, business units, and everything from the spreadsheet itself. You don't need to go to a application to take the navigations and to click on different tabs to input the data and to save and all. You don't need to do anything, all these activities. Simply Oracle is providing the rapid implementation spreadsheets. Within that you can provide the data, you can load into the system automatically. System will configure and define all the definitions. We'll see that which comes under rapid implementation. And reports, when you talk about reports in Fusion, like we'll create the FRS, Financial Reporting Studio, and Smart View. These from Hyperion. And BI reports and OTB also will see. BI is purely technical, but for our understanding how to write the queries and all, we will go through it and we'll create the simple report. So OTB, Oracle Transaction Business Intelligence Analysis Report, also we'll just look into that. And along with that, we'll go through all these data conversions or migrations, how to load the suppliers and how to load the customers, how to load the open invoices and the AR open invoices and asset conversions and the journal conversions as a part of implementation time. So how we'll be loading all the data, everything will execute and we'll see the results also. And we'll talk about security console, where you can maintain the users and where you can create the custom roles, copying the roles, and there are many tasks which you can perform on that. And Oracle Fusion Functional Setup Manager, FSM. This is a place where you can do any application related configuration. Here only you can create the project. And Oracle Business Process Management, BPM. This is the one which we use for approvals, which is equal to AME in EBS. So along with that, the complete course will be delivered with EBS comparison only. We'll compare everything, whatever you do in Fusion, we'll compare with EBS. That's how it would be easy for most of the guys who are expertised on EBS. And we'll do the fresh environment based configuration only. If you are going to work on the fresh instance, so what is the from scratch? So how we do the setups, how we just do everything, the same we'll be doing in our environment. Okay, so each session we record and we'll be sharing with everyone. When you talk about GL, so these are the basic setups and these are the different concepts we'll be covering in the GL side. And when you talk about accounts payables, these are all configurations we'll be covering and we'll work on all these concepts. Okay, conversions and invoice approvals, security profile, nothing but MOAC, all these concepts, BA reports and GL reconciliation, GL and AP reconciliation. And when I talk about receivables, the basic configuration, these all concepts will be covering as a part of receivables, cash management setups under these processes, the fixed assets, all setups under the different concepts which will be covering. And then Fusion expense, nothing but I expense as per EBS, the setups and the process. And the Fusion tax, the configuration and the tax calculation, payables or receivables, we'll see. As a part of P2P cycle, these are the setups which you have to complete. All setups will complete and we'll see the process of creating the requisition, approving, auto create purchase orders and approving, create receipt, perform delivery, check on and quantity, create invoice through matching. Okay, and order management, all OEM related configuration and some dependency setups and receivables. Then we'll see the process of creating sales order, validating the sales orders, booking, quick release confirmation, and creating the invoice, auto invoice in the receivables application. And these are all we'll be discussing. Okay, for few topics I didn't mention, the detailed information will be covering in the course curriculum, what will be covering under security console, etc., etc. I didn't write those information, but those also, whatever I mentioned here as a so content, everything will be covering. So what are the, for most of the applications I given the detailed information which features will be covering. So apart from this, any questions from anyone, please?
Can you share this detailed curriculum? So
yeah, we'll do that today. Along with the today's session, the recorded video, will be sharing this same course curriculum with everyone.
Laxman, will you be covering AGS as well?
Yes, yes. That also I just mentioned here. We have here AGS, Advanced Global Enterprise.
Are we touching on the financial hub?
No, finance, FH, Fusion Finance Hub, we are not touching. Again, that's a separate offering itself from Oracle side. And one more point is that you cannot execute in this training instances. For that, really you require client instance, because what happens is that's all about. I'll explain as a part of classes. Just I'll give you some understanding when we start working on this offering.
Yeah, at least like some kind of brief, like on the subledger accounting standpoint,
Yeah, subledger standpoint. Subledger is remain as subledger. It's advanced, right? It's advanced where you can just manage different application data flow. But in case of cloud, how that normally can be used, I'll take you through that process. We'll talk on that. I'll just tell you how if you want to bring the data from EBS to here, how that FAH will be useful. So there is some solution which we call as FHRCS. Okay, Fusion Accounting Hub, Finance Reporting Cloud Services. Okay, FHRCS.
Yes, one question.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
This item line number 14 on your curriculum, the OTBI option, there's an OTBI option here.
Yes.
Just go up. Just scroll up.
OTBI, yes, here we have.
Is the OTBI option, is it only applicable for Fusion application, or it can be extended to third-party application?
See, it's OTBI. When you say OTBI, it's all about just fetching the data to view as a report or analysis.
Only only in Oracle applications.
Yeah, if you want to send that BI data or OTBI data, yes, you can save that file in the CSV format and you can send to other application also. That is also possible in the Fusion.
Okay, no, the question I was asking is, in terms of the extension or something, is it possible like to use the OTBI platform to report from another system?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, you can report another system. You can you want to report that analysis or report only to another system, right?
No, I'm just reporting the information.
You want to have
yeah, please.
You want to have another source. You want to have another source along with EBS, like along with financial application.
Just like BI, the BI publisher, you can query data from another source and then report it. Is it possible in the OTBI, or is only fixed to Fusion application?
No, OTBI we can use as other sources also. Just however they just given BI as inbuilt, in the same way OTBI also they given. You can use as a separate product also. See this BI and OTBI from the legacy, the source as OBIEE.
Okay.
There are two different flavors within that.
So meaning it's locked to only Fusion application, if that is the case?
No, it's not only for Fusion. If some client is using OBIE and they can get BI, OTBI, and we have many other options also, right? All they'll be getting. But here in the Fusion, they're given only this BI and OTBI. The rest of which are part of OBIE, all they are not giving as inbuilt solution into Fusion. Only these two you can avail.
Okay then. Okay, perfect.
These are inbuilt. You don't need to take separate subscription or license for this. If you go with any Fusion product, you'll get as inbuilt.
Okay, in fact, that is the question I was asking, because it is an inbuilt solution for Fusion application.
Correct.
Can you extend it to another product since it's now only meant for Fusion application?
No, that you have to install a separate license. You have to take and you can install, and this you can use on top of any other applications.
Okay, perfect. Now I understood.
Yep.
It looks like we need to go for either BICS or something, right? Business Intelligence Cloud Service.
Correct. So the basic actual platform and server is OBIE that you can subscribe for the relevant layers and frameworks. Yes.
One more question from me, I heard that in Fusion Cloud in AP there is image capturing and processing functionality.
Yes.
are we gonna have a little brief on that too?
Yeah, we are going to cover that. We are going to cover. I just mentioned here in
Oh, okay.
amazing solution.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll do that. So, any other questions from anyone, please?
Laxman, this is Guru. Just a question. Yes. We have 3 options on cloud, right? SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. If the customer go for SaaS initially, can they change the subscription to SaaS to PaaS in the future?
Yes. They'll get a flexibility of doing the customization. They can upgrade.
Just they need to make additional payment towards the Oracle, right? Just some kind of.
For the environment, they'll give the provision of doing the customization. But if they're using the PaaS, and it's not easy for them to just come back to SaaS, right? In that case, again, they have to ignore all the customizations.
Just upgrade is possible. Degrade is not possible.
Yes, yes. Because once they upgrade, they'll be starting using, right? So it would be difficult.
Yeah, it's tough for them. Okay. Because a good marketing strategy from Oracle. They can always, catch the people because you can upgrade something. So now the customer will go for SaaS and they'll go for upgrade.
Yes. They are doing good. There's the cloud. They are getting many vendors. Okay, I mean to say.
This is Karthik. Hello. I have a question. Hi. Now, in the case of PaaS, the applications will be hosted on an application server, but the database will be sitting on with the service provider, right? It's like
everything will be hosted in the service provider server environment only. Okay, but for 3 options, everything will be remain same. But so based on our subscription, we'll get additional privileges. If you go with the SaaS, everything will be there. In case of SaaS, PaaS, IaaS, whatever will be having as a part of server remains same. But which area you need access? Do you need access to application area to customization? Go with the PaaS. Do you need access to application customization? Along with that, you want to install some additional applications? Go with IaaS. In 3 cases, whatever it consists of remains same. What are the additional privileges you need? Accordingly, you can go with the subscription.
Okay.
Yep. Fine. So, any other questions from anyone, please? Fine. If no questions, we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect tomorrow, sharp 8 o'clock.
Okay, thanks.
Just a second. It is 8 o'clock IST? Hello?
Yeah, IST, yes. 8 a.m.
8 o'clock. Okay, 8 a.m. IST. Okay.
Yes. So we'll be sharing the same video maybe within 1 hour along with this updated course content. The earlier one which we received, that was not updated. So even we are covering this all concepts updated as a part of course content. We will be sharing along with the today's session video. Okay. So thank you all. See you tomorrow. Have a good day and good night.
Thanks, Laxman.
Thanks, Laxman.
Thank you.
Laxman.
Yeah, please.
Thank you all. Bye-bye. Yeah, regarding the timings.
Timing.
Please check with all the participants.
Talk to the participants.
Yeah, because 8 o'clock is very much comfortable for me because I have the personal issues as well. I have 2 kids. So.
I can understand when you are in different time zone.
Yeah,
it gives the clue.
Right.
Fine.
Right.
Fine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll be available for 5 more minutes also in the same meetings. I don't think I have any questions for anyone, please.
Laxman, the same thing, regarding the timing, if you can give a better clarity, like whether if it is 8 o'clock, it will be easier. Otherwise,
we'll confirm by tomorrow. But as of now, you can take as what are the timings we discussed. So because we have a 60 to 70% participants from India.
Oh, really? Okay.
And around 25 to 30% from other countries, primarily.
Oh, I see.
So that is reason, see, if we are starting at and if we are continuing 8 o'clock only all the time, so most of the people here, they have to start to office by quite early, right? So So
I know. Yeah. I understand. And also, I mean, when you say Monday to Friday, it will be Monday to Friday in Indian time, right?
Indian time, US Sunday evening to
Sunday to Thursday for US.
Friday evening. For
No, because
Sunday evening to the here Friday
Thursday.
morning, Friday morning would be Thursday evening. Yes.
yeah, Thursday. Yeah, Sunday to Thursday.
Yeah, Sunday to Thursday evening, as per US.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just want to clarify.
Yeah.
And as you said, I mean, if I get the videos, recorded videos, the recorded videos will be of what version?
The lady
Is it released
same version.
itself or
12 version only.
12 only?
12 only. Yes.
Okay.
So Laxman, would you share it like within an hour, this video?
I'll do that. Within 1 hour, I'll do that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, Laxman. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks, Lakshman.
Yeah. Thank you. Any questions from other participants, please?
Hello?
Yeah.
The next session is starting tomorrow.
Yeah, same time.
So this time is going to be 8 a.m. IST.
Exactly. Yeah. Fine. Any questions from anyone, please?
Yeah, Lakshman, sometimes we had a audio problem and also we had some technical issues, I think. Hope while you are...
See, from our side, there is no issue. If there is some issue, yes, definitely everybody will be talking about it. Maybe from the specific participants with because of internet connectivity and all. So from our side means definitely we should hear in the class.
No.
So
Okay.
everything is set fine.
Because my internet was full this thing. There was no issues with my internet connection.
I agree with you, but
somewhere
I agree with you, but every day we are running the sessions, multiple batches, but we don't have any issue in any batch with any participants. Sometimes if some issue from specific participant, we request them to check from their end normally. The same I'm just discussing here. So just if there is no issue from your end, definitely everything should be all right.
because the internet, this one was showing as moderate only. The network quality was showing as moderate.
If that is going to be continued, we'll look for some workaround.
Okay. Now it's fine.
Okay.
After a restart, rejoined it, then it became good.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Got it. Fine. Yeah, we'll see that if any sort of issues, we'll try to fix it.
Tomorrow you'll be starting with the main setups.
No, not setups. Okay. We have to discuss few more points also before we get into the application. So maybe after tomorrow's session, we'll directly jump into application.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Yeah,
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
So any questions from others? Fine, no questions. Thank you.